Hi there, I'm Pat from Pat's Brewery, and we're joined by good friend Tom, and we're going to be doing some beer comparisons today. So we've got here two beers exactly the same. It's the Confirming Harry's Concept, which is my homebrew clone of Harrisons Breweries Proof of Concept, which we also have in can, and we're going to be sampling. The difference between these two is that this one here is in keg and this has come through the hand pull. So we're going to be seeing how mine measures up against the professional. So let's pour these in.
I'll tip this for you.
That's it. There's nothing wrong with a bit of head. That's what. No, she never said that.
Demonetised. Demonetised.
Okay, so that's coming nice. So straight away, there's a colour difference. The Proof of Concept is a much more yellow compared to the amber that is mine. I'm guessing that I probably went with a different malt bill slightly. I think I may have used, it all depends on whether or not he's used the Cara pills or, so he's just got Cara 10. So I think I might use a slightly different Cara malt. So
That's what I assumed.
that's what you would have assumed, eh, Tom?
Which one am I drinking?
So, shall we have some samples of the professionals first?
Don't beat yourself up. Don't dig yourself out. You're a professional.
Yeah, sure. So,
You sniffed yours first.
I did professional.
What'd I tell you?
Now, something that I think we do have to think about is obviously the style of serving is going to have an impact. You always know that a can of something is never going to taste as good as the keg or a hand pull version of it. So, but we're not going to be travelling up to Retford anytime soon to be sampling this from keg or hand pull.
You never know.
You never know.
Maybe in a future video.
Maybe. Harry.
Road trip.
But I think what we're definitely getting from this is all of the good flavour. I mean, there's lovely, I've got a nice bit of carbonation on the head there. I think you are getting grapefruit from it. Well, that's like citrusy and grapefruity.
Yeah. I'm definitely. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting pineapple. That's what I always feel like. Yeah.
Okay. There's
For
nothing.
someone who doesn't eat much fruit, I get a lot of pineapple.
That's it. There's no problem with pineapple.
What do you say? You said it in the last video.
Subjective.
Subjective.
That's it.
But I'm still wrong.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong at all, and you guys better not say it's wrong either. Apart from, if you want to, in the comments down below.
It'll be me that comments.
It'll be like, Tom's correct.
Tom's so right.
Right. So have you got a good idea of, you think you're going to hold on to that, the tastings?
Yeah.
And that?
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to go keg or hand pull? So hand pull is your traditional cask style. It will be flatter.
So what are you expecting to be different?
So some of the differences is that this will be, as I say, a bit flatter. So there's effectively no carbonation in this.
Okay.
So you might kind of at times feel a little bit more beer festival beer. Because it's coming through a hand pull, we poured this a little while ago and it's maintained that nice head on there. Honestly speaking, I didn't rate this one that highly until 2 days ago.
Yeah.
When I actually also added a little sparkler tap on here,
Yeah.
which kind of really it effectively aerates
Okay.
the beer a little bit, and it kind of gave a little bit of extra smoothness. The thing that I would say you're going to notice differently is this will be a little bit smoother, I think.
Because of the lack of carbonation?
Lack of carbonation.
Yeah.
And also kind of the last minute aeration that you get in the hand pull.
Okay.
But you should get the same flavours. So different mouthfeel.
Okay.
Same flavours.
Okay.
In theory.
In theory.
Right.
So this is what we're... Okay.
Right. Are you ready?
In one, yeah? Hold on.
Absolutely.
Race. I didn't believe it would be similar, but it is.
It is. So, as I say, because it's generated a really nice, thick, kind of creamy head. Sometimes I find that a little bit difficult to almost get through. I think that there is more tang in this one.
It's lighter, for sure.
But I think it's interesting. You go, they're cousins. That's what I would like describe them as. You know that they're kind of related.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
No.
And we're back. Technical issues, battery, and all that. So, what were we saying? They're very similar, but they are different. You know, you can see it in the colour differences. Obviously, different mouthfeel, but that's due to the serving. But they're very. You kind of go. You can see that they are based off of the same recipe. Would you kind of?
I would agree.
That?
Flavour wise, if this was a blind test,
yeah.
As we say, I'd have heard you pulling the pump. But yeah, definitely taste wise. I mean, colour wise, I'd assume something different. I mean, this to me, this looks like a wheat beer. You know, this looks.
Yeah, it's very pale.
Yeah, exactly. I would be thinking Hoegaarden, which I hate Hoegaarden.
Yeah,
but I love it.
Be pissing in a closet by the end of the night.
Yeah, in that closet.
We know who you are.
We know who you are, Andy.
Alright. You're polishing out.
Oh, sorry. And we're tasting this one. This is a great taste test.
It's a comparison.
Comparison.
You know, there's taste testers out there that'd be like, no, you're compromising the integrity by going between the two.
Oh, well, I don't know. Like, I'm not a professional. I've been drinking for a few weeks now.
It's been a long time.
Now. When are we moving on to...
I think I'm about ready to go on to...
We're ready to go on to the pump.
So, keg.
This is the peg.
This is the keg.
The pump.
Yeah. So, this one should have a fair bit of the tanginess that we got from the can as well.
Yep. It's got the tang.
Yeah. So, go on.
Hear me out.
Go on.
Less flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that just like because behind the scenes we did have one of these before drinking any of these.
Yes.
And at that point, I was getting plenty of the flavours.
I was.
So I don't know if it's just in comparison to the other two, the flavours are more muted.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening.
But I mean, it's that part where I don't know about you, but like in the back of my mouth, I'm kind of salivating after drinking those ones because of I think it is that like when you're drinking or eating that like citrusy fruits and bits and pieces, you salivate in your
yeah.
So I don't know if that's compromising the comparison.
This is a cleanser to these. I should cleanse my palate with this and then test these. What you thinking?
It's really interesting because, so let's say, I was almost knocking the keg. The can earlier, saying a can could never compare to a keg or a hand pull. Actually, there's a lot of flavour in there. There's a lot. And the ratios and everything that, because I did get the recipe for this off of Harry's website, and it's all been scaled correctly.
Yeah.
I say the only difference will be.
Did you pay for it?
Yeah, I did. He only charges £3 for his recipes.
That's a fantastic deal.
It is.
Just like his glasses.
You know what? I've got 2 Harry t-shirts. I've got a Harry Brew 69 t-shirt.
Yeah.
And a Harrisons Brewery t-shirt. I should have come in fully merched out.
Just fanboy. To be fair, I see his Instagram and there's a lot of curry on there at the minute and things like that. I'm just like, what's going on? I only follow this stuff because of you, and I'm like, what's this dude posting curry?
No, I know. But yeah, obviously I've messed up the grain bill a little bit, which is why it's done. But to be honest,
this is what surprised you, isn't it?
The colour, I think, because I've been drinking both, because I've had cans of Proof of Concept before.
Yeah.
And I think when you don't have them side by side, you don't realise the difference.
No.
But they're there. It's obvious.
So these two you followed to the letter.
Well, so the difference in them is just a grain bill. I must have used a different grain. He's called out. He's used Cara 10. I must have used something with a slightly darker.
But what's with the colour? Oh, actually, you hold it up to the light and you can almost. I don't know. Maybe that's just light. But there's a vast difference there, isn't there?
There is. There's a massive difference. So I'm guessing I just didn't hit my. So colour in beer is there's gradients. I think it's EBR or ERBs, and it's about colour. A light going through something determines the colour.
Okay.
And different grain generate different colours.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously something like a black malt generates very dark colours.
Okay.
And so the ones that Harry's used is basically as light as you can get, really.
It does. Like, from a perspective, I could see these being like served to me down one of the pubs.
Yeah.
But like, if I saw this in a glass, I'd be like, oh, that's a bit different. Because it's just different.
Yeah.
Maybe they've looked at it and gone, what, takes your eye.
I think something else. So something that you will get in a can.
Yeah.
Is that because there's a little bit of can conditioning, which is where there's some sugar added into the beer as it's put into the can. So the remaining yeast basically pressurises the can and gives it the carbonation.
Yep.
But the result of that is that if you just pour in the entire can, you're going to get a cloudy beer because we poured in a little bit of yeast into it.
Blowing my mind, Pat. I don't know which one I want to drink more. Hold on. I'm going to do a big test.
Yeah, do a drive-by.
It's like I'm poor and I'm stealing people's pints after they've left.
See, I still 100% agree that we're not getting as much flavour out of the keg as we are out of the can or...
Yeah. This one's
I think
it's
I'm
more
getting...
rounded. It's fuller, and that's tangy sharp. But there is still the same flavour there. Like it's still the same core flavour. It's still almost sweet.
I mean, something that I am wondering is that so this has been on the cask or on the hand pull for a couple of weeks, and technically, so you're not. I don't know if there's it's getting more exposed to oxygen, which could round it out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are probably going to say that I'm talking bollocks about that.
That'll be me in the comments.
Exactly. He's talking bollocks. He admitted it. I don't know.
If anyone's actually got this far in the video.
Impressive, really.
Yeah. So, to those of you that have, hello me.
Yeah. You know what I need?
What?
I need like a website that I'm selling something really unimportant, but if you put in a special code that we say right at the end of the video.
Oh wow, yeah, no, but like at some point in the video
free.
and it's going to take up like half a second of you saying it.
That's it.
Yeah, no, Pat's going to give away some rattan.
It's the only way I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope your wife never watches this.
It's okay, she doesn't watch it.
No, she'd get like first minute.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't say that I get the view counter, but nothing else. There she is. Anyway. Right. Let's say, okay. I wasn't going to do a what's your favourite ranking, but fuck it. Let's do it. Rank 'em.
You just swore. Shit. Okay, right.
And don't feel pressured to say that mine's better.
I would happily receive yours in a pub.
Yep.
I would assume that this is the one. Where was I? I was down the pub the other day, and where was I? What's the name of the pub? The Peterboat. I was down there. I can't remember. It was a neck oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neck oil.
Yeah. And the bastards charged me like £7 for the pint. I was furious, and although it tasted all right, it was nice. It was nice to have it. The barman came up to me and he was like I'm really sorry, that's a rip off, and he gave me another pint for free, just sneakily. And then I had a Wakering Gold, which this reminds me of, and I much preferred it because it tastes cheaper. But it's still a fantastic beer. So I would say, even though it's still on the same level, you can sort of, you tell the difference. But I'll genuinely say I prefer this, because if I had too many of these, and this is just from a person who knows nothing about beer, other than I've been drinking it for too long, this is just a bit too rich. It's just a bit too rich.
Okay.
For me, it's just like, I might be able to do one, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to switch over to something. Whereas I could find myself drinking 4 of these and being quite happy. That, however, has changed. I don't know what's gone on here. It's like drinking sparkling water at this stage.
It is.
It's different, isn't it? There's just like there's a tang at the back. In fact, I just got that, but that's probably.
So I think.
So you would win on a price point. And Harry, I suppose it's taste, isn't it? It's like, it is nice, and you'd be impressed if someone made that for you. But at the end of the day,
I mean,
you win it.
Yeah, number one. I'm number one.
From a man with no knowledge.
That's it. I think, let's say, it's kind of unfair, really, to compare the different, because let's say, it's type as well as flavour. I think I'm getting so much flavour from
It's
this.
so much flavour. I think it's because the pressure's on me to be like, wow, that's like a lot of pineapple and nuts and berries and elderflowers and I don't know, like Norwegian Sky.
Super flavourful.
Yeah.
Really good.
Super.
This one, it's good because I think, as I say,
It hits the points of the flavours that you want it to, but it's so easy to drink.
Yeah, it's got a nice, as you say, a roundedness, and a bit of a creaminess. This one, as I'm drinking more of it, I think, and I've become accustomed to the level of flavour there. This isn't being as muted as much as it was, and it's like it's kind of one of them bits where it's definitely not as flavourful as Harry's.
Yeah.
But it's up there. I think that potentially it's a little bit too carbonated, a little bit too tangy, but not tangy via flavour, but tangy via bubbles.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that could be an issue that I need to look to resolve.
Yeah.
I think with regards to what do I want to drink more of, well, tonight I'm actually going to change beers completely and go on to something else. But if it was just over these three, I'll probably go 1, 2, 3, because a little bit like yourself, I feel that is a little bit more.
It's easy to drink.
Easier to drink,
and without, still like it's got enough there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's really good.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. What? We're not being biased. Just because it's yours.
2.
So you,
Harry,
then
me again,
and then you were going. I mean, you did. You were sort of cheating because you had 2.
That's it. 2v1.
2v1.
But to be fair, we couldn't have that.
Yeah.
If this didn't exist. So it's all thanks to you, Harry.
Well done, Harry. Thank you very much. And I look forward to more curry pictures. And
Yeah. Alright.
Well, let's see if Mike watches your videos.
All the way to the end.
Yeah, no, just hope your rib gets better and your wrist, Mike.
Nice. Alright. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have watched to up this point, we'll catch you later. Cheers.
Cheers.